Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you. On the first day of studying abroad at the London School of Economics, we were all asked to introduce ourselves by stating our name, our major, and lastly, our nationality. As I was waiting for my turn, I was thinking, I was comfortable with my name. I'm Nanditha Gandhi. I was fine with my major. I'm a Management Information System student. However, I got stuck on nationality. What the heck is nationality anyways? Well, according to dictionary.com, it's a status of belonging to a nation. Well, that got me thinking. People were introducing themselves as, I'm Greek, I'm French, I'm Italian, I'm Indian, I'm Chinese. And I was just sitting there thinking, what am I? I said the first thing that came to my mind, A, B, C, D. Now, I'm sure you've heard the term ABCD. It stands for American Born Confused Desi. Desi being Indian. I am an ABCD, except instead of being American born, I'm an American bred confused Desi. I was born in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, a peaceful coastal town, or at least until I was born. And when I was 4, my parents decided to move to Bahrain in the Middle East. I started my schooling there and I ended up at the British school, and then I went to transfer to the Asian school, and I went to the New Indian school, and I'm not kidding, that's what the school's names are. Shortly after I entered the 4th grade, my parents decided to move again, and my dad wanted to move to the US for a better education. But he wanted to settle down first, so my mom, my sister, and I, we moved to India, and my dad came to the US. I grew up in India for a couple of years, and then I went to the presidential school. I was called a foreign return. I was an outsider. Even though I spoke fluent Telugu and Hindi, the local languages. But due to my talkativeness, I quickly made a lot of friends, and I discovered I had to move again in the 7th grade to the US. This was my 3rd and the most significant move of my life. I started the 7th grade in a city called Waukesha, Wisconsin, and I went to the town's only junior high school in the middle of a cruel winter. People were fascinated by my culture and my interesting accent, which was a mix of Indian and British at that time. They asked me questions like, why is your last name Gandhi? I'm not related, it's just a really cool coincidence. Did you ride elephants to school? And the best question of all, have you been promised to someone? But it wasn't much of a culture shock as I thought it would be. I was adjusting well to the life there, waking up at 6 a.m., walking in 10 feet of snow, wearing snow boots, pants, and jackets just to throw out trash. I was a Pollyanna. And I even joined choir to continue my training, singing training, and I enrolled in French to learn a new language. Even though I was the youngest in the class, I was in the honors program. Just when I was settling down, due to an event caused by black ice, which is a layer of ice that forms on the road, we had to move yet another time to a warmer place, California. Now, if you're keeping track, that's 3 states, 2 countries in just 1 school year. After a series of corrections of my British spellings and grammar that I was used to, for instance, I was spelling color with the U, and to have points docked off because they thought it was the wrong spelling. I've been living in Fremont, California for about 11 years now. I went to Washington High School, went to De Anza Community College, and then finally transferred to San Jose State University. Including the study abroad at London School of Economics, that's about 10 schools. Even though my childhood was literally all over the place, I learned a lot. I made a lot of new friends around the world, and who, thanks to Facebook, I'm still in touch with. I'm an ABCD. I'm American bred because I grew up in the US half my life. I'm confused Desi because I'm not sure what to call myself. I'm not sure if I'm considered American or Indian. Because whenever I'm in the US, I'm considered an Indian. Whenever I'm in India, I'm considered American. I get more excited for Halloween than I do for Diwali. I can sing South Indian classical music, but can also play the Western classical violin. I don't consider myself fully American or Indian, but somewhere in the middle that celebrates both cultures equally. I could go with the term alien that the US government has assigned to me until I become a citizen. Or ditch the labels together because according to Philip Pullman, people are too complicated to have simple labels. Thank you.
Thank you, Nanditha. I, for one, am no longer confused by ABCD. Thanks. Let's pause for 30 seconds and give her some evaluation. Okay, let's wrap that up. Next speaker is Paul, and he's working on speech number 9. And I'll let his evaluator, Michael Kennedy, talk about the speech criteria.
It's project number 9, Persuade with Power.